I look at my bare finger every single day. It still feels strange, empty. For 42 years, I wore that ring. It wasn't just gold, it was my life, my marriage, my memories. But now, it's gone. I sold my wedding ring to save my daughter's business. She doesn't know. And the hardest part is, she doesn't even treat me like someone who deserves kindness. Sometimes, I sit by the window in the evening, watching the sun go down, and I ask myself one question: was it worth it? Because while she celebrates her success, while she tells people she built everything on her own, I sit quietly, hiding the truth. And then something happened, something I never expected. I found my late husband's diary, and in those pages, I discovered a truth that broke my heart all over again. This is my story, not about sacrifice alone, but about love, silence, and the quiet pain of being forgotten by your own child. My name is Lucy. I am 65 years old. I live in a small, quiet house at the end of a narrow street. The kind of house that holds memories in every corner. The walls are old, but they are warm. The floors creak, but they feel alive. This house was not always quiet. Years ago, it was full of laughter. My husband Daniel had a gentle voice. He used to hum while reading the newspaper. Our daughter Sarah used to run around the house, her tiny feet making soft sounds on the wooden floor. Back then, life felt simple. Daniel worked as a school teacher. He was not rich, but he was kind. And kindness, that was always enough for me. I stayed home and took care of everything. Cooking, cleaning, raising Sarah. We didn't have much money, but we had something better. We had each other. I still remember the day Daniel gave me that ring. It wasn't expensive, but he looked at me with such love when he placed it on my finger. "This is all I can give you," he said, and I smiled. "Then it is everything," I replied. For years, I never took it off, not even once. But life, it changes. Daniel passed away 8 years ago. A quiet morning. No warning. Just gone. After that, the house felt different. Too quiet. Too still. Sarah was already grown by then. She had moved to the city, chasing her dreams. She always wanted more than a simple life. "I don't want to struggle like you did, Mom," she once told me. I didn't take it personally. I thought she just wanted a better life. She started her own business, a small clothing brand. At first, I was proud. I told everyone, "My daughter is strong. She's building something of her own." But slowly, something changed. Her calls became shorter. Her visits became rare. And when she did come, she seemed distant, busy, always checking her phone. One evening, while sitting at the dining table, I asked her gently, "Are you happy, Sarah?" She didn't look at me. That was the moment I realized. She was carrying something heavy, but she never told me what it was. The first sign came quietly. Sarah called me one night. It was late. Her voice sounded tired. "Mom, do you still have some savings?" I paused. "A little," I said carefully. She sighed. "I'm having some issues with the business. Nothing big, just temporary." I offered to help. Of course I did. She refused at first, but then, slowly, she started accepting small amounts. A few thousand here, a little more there. Each time, she promised, "I'll pay you back soon." But she never did, and I never asked. Weeks turned into months. Her tone changed. She became impatient, sometimes even cold. One day, she visited me after a long time. She looked stressed. Her face was pale. "Mom, you don't understand how hard this is," she said. I nodded gently. "Then help me understand." She shook her head. "You wouldn't get it." Those words, they stayed with me. That night, I sat alone in the kitchen. The clock ticked slowly. The tea in my cup went cold, and I felt something I had never felt before. Distance. Not just physical, but emotional. A few days later, I heard something from one of her old friends. Sarah's business was not just struggling, it was collapsing. Debt, loans, pressure. She was close to losing everything. I waited for her to tell me, but she didn't. Instead, she called me again. "Mom, can you send me more money?" I swallowed my worry. "How much?" When she told me the amount, my heart sank. It was more than I had. I looked around my house that night, at the furniture, the walls, the memories, and then my eyes fell on my hand, the ring. The next morning, I took the ring off for the first time in 42 years. My hand felt light, but my heart felt heavy. I held it in my palm for a long time. Memories came back. Daniel's smile, our wedding day, the life we built together. "I'm sorry," I whispered. Then I walked to the pawn shop. The man behind the counter looked at the ring carefully. "It's good gold," he said, "but not very valuable." I smiled faintly. "It's worth everything to me." He gave me a price, lower than I expected. But I didn't argue. I handed it over. Just like that, it was gone. I walked out with money in my hand and a silence in my heart. That same day, I transferred the money to Sarah. She called me later. "Mom, this helps a lot," she said quickly. No question, no curiosity, no concern, just relief. A few weeks passed. Then one evening, I saw her on social media. She was smiling, celebrating. "Hard work pays off," she had written. "Proud of building this on my own." I stared at the screen for a long time. My fingers slowly touched the empty space where my ring used to be. I didn't cry, but something inside me became very quiet. Life continued, quietly. Sarah's business improved. She became more confident, more successful, but also more distant. She rarely visited. When she did, she spoke more about herself than anything else. One day, while cleaning an old cupboard, I found something unexpected. Daniel's diary. I had forgotten about it. I sat down slowly and opened it. His handwriting was neat, gentle, just like him. As I turned the pages, I found entries about our life, about Sarah, about me. Then, I found something that made my hands shake. He had written about Sarah. "She wants more than we can give," he wrote. "I hope she never forgets where she came from." My eyes filled with tears. Then I turned another page. "If one day she struggles, I hope Lucy reminds her that love matters more than success." I closed the diary slowly, and I realized something painful. I had saved her business, but I had lost her heart. A few days later, Sarah came to visit. She was excited, talking about expansion, profits, success. I listened quietly. Then I asked softly, "Are you truly happy?" She paused. For the first time, she looked unsure. "I think so," she said. I nodded. Then I said something I had never said before. "Success is not just what you build, it's who you keep with you." She didn't reply, but I saw something in her eyes. It has been a year since I sold my ring. My finger is still bare, but my heart feels lighter now. Not because things became perfect, but because I stopped expecting things to be. Sarah still doesn't know the truth. Maybe one day she will. Maybe she won't. But I have made peace with that. Sometimes in the quiet of the evening, I open Daniel's diary again. I read his words, and I feel close to him. He always believed in love, in patience, in quiet strength. And I think, maybe I am finally learning what that means. A few weeks ago, Sarah called me. Her voice sounded softer. "Mom, can I come visit you?" I smiled. Of course. When she came, she didn't talk about business. She just sat beside me, quietly. And for the first time in a long time, we shared silence that felt warm. Before leaving, she looked at my hand. "Mom, where is your ring?" I paused. Then I smiled gently. Sometimes, I said, we give away things we love to protect what we love more. She didn't fully understand, but she nodded slowly. And I think, one day, she will. If you are listening to my story, I want you to remember something simple. Love is not always loud. It is not always seen. Sometimes, it is quiet, hidden, like a ring that disappears, but leaves its meaning behind. And sometimes, the greatest sacrifices are the ones no one ever knows about. But that doesn't make them less real. It makes them stronger.